Good afternoon, Rotarian Tombia. Charter President of RC Shagamu, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Rotarian Delight Sunday. Good afternoon, Rotarian Akinjeje Olabode. A very good afternoon to Rotarian Lawrence Agbanobi. Welcome, Rotarian Neoma Juro. Welcome, Rotarian Rose Makinwa. I welcome you specially, Rotarian Francis Okagu. Rotarian Jidiojo, welcome. Rotarian Tombia Roslyn, welcome. PAG Olubusola Sati, you're very much welcome, man. Rotarian Sly Mona, welcome. Rotarian Ajibade Adejoju of Rotary Club of Alakuko, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Tunde Olaleye, you're very much welcome. I don't know if that is the same immediate past president and captain of President Sudi Olaleye, but you're welcome. PAG Wilson Esagbedo, you're welcome. Rotarian Nick, you're welcome. Rotarian Jenny Abel, you're welcome. Assistant Governor Ayo Adeyemi, you're very much welcome. Please, if you are the Rotarian using Radical's phone, Rotarian Radical, please change your name so that we can identify you properly. Rotarian Adeshoju Shitu, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Chijoke Omili, you're very welcome. Rotarian, please, if you are the one using the phone identified as Fireflies, kindly rename your phone. Past President Kate Wilkie, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Lekon, you're welcome. Rotarian Lucky Arere, you're welcome. Rotarian Monaya Jo Adeola, you're welcome. The time is 2:34, so I believe that we will start at exactly 2:40. AG Yinka Odeosun of my club, Rotary Club of Ikeja South, you're very much welcome. PAG Uyishoyobi, you're very welcome. My dear sister, Rotarian Teresa, you're welcome. Rotarian Jennifer, you're very much welcome. Rotary Club of, is that Rotary Club of Omole Golden? Rotary Club of Omole Golden, you're welcome. Radical's iPhone. Please, if you are the one using that phone, kindly just rename it. Rotarian Patricia Warachi of my club, Ikeja, you're very much welcome. My sister, Rotarian Omoye Ebuta, you're welcome. Okay, Rotarian immediate past president Motunde Olaleye, you're welcome. Past president Isibo Thomas, you're very welcome. My classmate, he was a United president like myself. Rotarian Lekon Bakare, good afternoon, sir. You're welcome. Fellow Rotarians, I think we will start in exactly 4 minutes. I crave your indulgence. The DG will join us at exactly 2:40 so that we can start. Rotarian Getty, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Kudirat's iPhone. Rotarian Ayo Ayeni, welcome and thank you for being here this afternoon. The president of my club, I'm so sorry, fellow Rotarians, you know, I have to specially recognize my president, Rotarian Duru Timi Adibuye, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Edafe, Anokpapeya, you're very welcome. Rotarian Adishino Abiola, good afternoon and welcome. Rotarian Mike Chaga. Good afternoon and welcome. Fellow Rotarian, we're just 3 minutes away. Rotarian Emmanuel Ene, you're very much welcome. PAG Solu, you're welcome, sir. Rotarian Oluwale Ogunjobi, welcome. Rotarian Mike Ileka, welcome once again. Rotarian Adeyemi Jeff, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Joseph Anayo, welcome and good afternoon. Please, if you are the Rotarian, can you check your phone if you are the one with Fireflies, AI note taker or something like that? Kindly change and rename it. Kindly rename your phone, otherwise we're going to take you out because we can't identify you, please, before the meeting starts. Check. If your device is showing fireflies.ai, kindly rename yourself properly. I have to specially welcome our DS PAG, Tayo Adilaja. You're welcome, sir. Rotarian Ademola Olutusi, welcome, sir. Past President Fatima Hassan, my very good friend and my classmate, a United President, welcome, man. Rotarian Tunde Adeshina, good afternoon and welcome. Fellow Rotarians, we are almost set. The DG will join us any minute now. Hello, good afternoon, my DG.
Afternoon, my ARIP public email. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Afternoon, fellow Rotarian. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma. You can go ahead, ma.
Okay, afternoon, fellow Rotarians and district leaders here present. We are here today, Monday, the 7th of August, 2023, to have an interactive section on what has gone on at the district so far from July 1st, when we took over till date, and also to have an opportunity to answer to a few questions that may be bugging the minds of Rotarians or things they want to discuss with their DG. But before we start, I would like to officially call this meeting to order. The meeting is hereby called to order. May we share the Rotary grace. Oh,
Lord, giver of all good,
we pray.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, my DG. Before you joined us, we have done recognitions. So I believe we can start with your welcome address. Good afternoon, my DG. We're waiting for your welcome address, ma'am.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. I said I'm delighted to be here this afternoon to have this interactive section with Rotarians. Since I took over July 1st this year, this is my first interaction with Rotarians in this forum. I like to welcome all present and to say it's been a wonderful time since I took over July 1st. I've had the opportunity to visit so many clubs. In fact, the visit started from July 2nd with our usual club, Rotary Club of Ikeja, the pioneer club that starts the DG visits. We've been around to so many clubs. We've visited a total of about 15 clubs since we took over. We've committed a lot of projects during the month of July for maternal and child health, and now we're in August, which is our membership month. I want to use this opportunity to also let Rotarians know that our first membership seminar is coming up next tomorrow in Abeokuta, August 9th. And I hope to see all of us there, as it's going to be a very important seminar. And we wish to welcome everybody there. The year started with a lot of ups and downs. It started with the fuel subsidy removal and then a hike in our interest rate for the Rotary Foundation. A lot of Rotarians responded by showing their unhappiness for the new rates. And I must tell you, it's affected our donations to the foundation for the month of July. So many people withdrew their support, so many were just holding on, looking. But I also want to appreciate all Rotarians that have paid so far. In every visit I have gone, in every club I have visited, there was always donations to the foundation, instant donations for polio, and payments for ERI accordingly. Some made pledges, and I've had a lot of pledges from Rotarians during my club visit for the clubs I've visited so far. A lot of pledges, and I'm sure those pledges are going to be fulfilled as promised. So I look forward to a very robust year, and I know that irrespective of the rates that have come up, the new rates in July it was 754, in this August it has gone up to 776. I want to plead with Rotarians. Let's not forget who we are. We are Rotarians. We are here because we are passionate for service. We are passionate to help to alleviate the poverty and sufferings in the society, and to help to make the life of the less privileged among us to be more bearable. That is why we donate to the foundation. We do not give to the foundation because we have too much money or because we don't know what to do with our money. No, we give because we are happy when we see the response in the faces of those less privileged people for which these monies have gone out to God. We are still fighting to eradicate polio in the world. Polio is not totally eradicated. So we plead with Rotarians that we cannot stop donating to polio, but the polio is completely eradicated in the whole world. So also, because Rotary Foundation is the engine of Rotary, through which we do projects around the world and fight diseases and prevent diseases around the world. Whatever we give to the foundation always comes back to our district, and we use it to also do projects around the world. We cannot stop giving to the foundation. The economy, yes, we are Nigerians. I can't say we are too surprised in what is happening in the economy. We are used to it somehow. We're used to the changes, and change is a constant thing. But what we cannot do is to say that we'll stop being Rotarian or stop contributing to the foundation just because the rate has changed. We were Rotarians when the rate was 109. We're still Rotarians when the rate came to 250. We did not stop being Rotarian, even when the rate came to 461. It was like, oh, that is the highest. But that is when we even gave the highest to the foundation. Most of us that couldn't donate when the rate was 250, 300, we are able to donate to the foundation even at 461. So I want to believe that even at 776, this is the year I will give the best to the foundation. And I want to believe God that the economy of Nigeria will open up. There will be more businesses, there will be financial breakthrough, so that what we give will just be a little bit fraction of what God has blessed us with. And we'll give it to the foundation joyfully, like we are cheerful givers. I want to thank those that have paid so far. Even today, I'm still receiving. Before I came to speak, I got alerts from Rotarians paying $1,000 to the foundation. Some have even paid for AKS. Some have paid partly for AKS. Some have paid for major donor partly. All this will add up. I know the shock that came with the removal of the first subsidy and the hike in the foreign exchange rates were gradually wearing off our body. And we'll come back to be who we, which is Rotarians, and do that which is expected. My visit to clubs have been very successful, I must say. Every club I've gone to, there has been no disappointment. Marvelous donations to the foundation, which I know pledges that will be fulfilled with time, as promised. We have membership has been growing. As of today, updated in Rotary Central, we have additional 32 new members already updated. But me that has gone round to about 17 or 15 clubs, we tell you that I have over 50 Rotarians already inducted this Rotary year. Those are for the clubs I have visited. What about the inductions that have gone on, even in clubs that I am yet to visit? So I know membership drive this year, we started very well, and we're going to end very well. We're going to meet our target of minimum of 20% growth in membership. Some of our clubs also donate to the foundation without reporting it. Some of our clubs induct new members without reporting it on Rotary Central. I want to plead with the presidents, secretaries, and club admins of these various clubs to say, please, as soon as induction, like last night, I was in the Rotary Club of Lekki Central, and I inducted 7 new Rotarians. Quality Rotarians, I must say, because I was happy with the number of Rotarians that were inducted last night to Lekki Central. And I begged the president, I said, upload this to RI website today, so that you begin to record your achievements for the Rotary year. And that is the only way we can say for sure, because if it's not reported, we will not have the record. So updates, we're encouraging them to do, and I'm sure they will do that today. So the club visits have been very wonderful. I was at Lagos Park Group too. I inducted so many Rotarians on the day before yesterday during our visit. And so it has been since the beginning of this Rotary year. It's been induction of new members, quality members at that. And also generous donations to the foundation. In Lekki Central yesterday, the Rotarian stood up and said he's giving $5,000 to the foundation. And they demanded for accounts, they were making payments immediately. These records will be updated into RI, and the records will improve with time. So today, we have over 42,500 already paid to the foundation and we're giving account. And I know, even though I expected to have more than this for the month of July, But I know the shock is wearing off, and the month of August will have better payments and more reports recorded than the month of July. So I'm actually very enthusiastic, and I have faith that this Rotary year, the Rotarians will not disappoint us, including my very self, because I'm also a Rotarian, and I intend to also donate generously to the foundation. We have the Awards and Recognition Committee. The guidelines for the awards and recognition will be up very soon. And it will be circulated to different clubs and the president so that they will have a guide as to how to make their reports for this Rotary year and what to look out for in those reports to be sure that it's included. We also have the AGs and the zonal coordinators. Everywhere I've gone, the AGs have been very wonderful. I want to applaud them, urge them to continue to do more. And please don't hesitate to report any club that is not doing well. That is the only way we can have information to know how to help these clubs to survive. So the AGs and the donor coordinators should please report anything, any unpleasant situation with any club or any club that is not doing well, so that we can put our heads together to see how to help these clubs to be able to do well. Because we don't take joy in having any club fail or say that this club is up for deletion. I want to also use this opportunity to beg all club presidents, the RI rate invoice is out. So many clubs have paid already. All the clubs have visited, and so many others that I'm yet to visit. But I want to also tell those that have not paid for RI dues, please make haste to pay, because that is the first leg towards winning the presidential citation. You must have been seen to pay your RI dues. That's when due and on time. So also the district dues is also very important. Without the district dues, the district governor will not have enough funds to carry on with the activities and maintenance of the district as requested or as expected. So I want to plead, most clubs too, I want to appreciate them. They pay the dues even before I get there. Dues keep coming into the account. I get a lot every day. I want to thank them. Those that have not paid, please pay. Don't wait for DG. Don't wait until the DG is about to come to your club. See it as a responsibility of something you need to do. And once the money is available, kindly pay accordingly. So it is with donations for polio. So it is with the area. Most clubs put area as part of their dues. Please, after paying the dues, the president should not forget to deduct the area part of the dues and forward to the foundation accordingly. We're looking forward to a very robust year. There's a lot of activities lined up for this Rotary year and upcoming events. We have the All Nigerian Rotary Convention coming up sometime in February next year, where all Rotarians from the 4 districts in Nigeria will come to Lagos to be hosted by District 9110. The committee is working very hard. And when they reach out to you and your clubs, please support them because they need your support. And more importantly, we need our members to register to attend this convention. It will not look good for Rotarians from other districts that need to pay flight tickets, pay for hotel bills and all that, to come and number us in our own districts as the host. So I'm looking forward to a lot of attendance and registration coming from our districts Rotarians. We are also having the All Africa Rotaract Summit to be hosted by our district this Rotary year in November 2023. I'm sure the committee members also with the Rotaractors will be reaching out to us in our different clubs and as individuals. Kindly support them when they reach out to you and be of assistance. And more importantly, when called upon for the opening and closing ceremony, we should try to be there to give them all the support that they deserve. We have the Rotary Foundation Dinner Dance coming up on the 26th of November, 2023. The committee has been working so hard I think it's going to be, the venue is already secured, Muson Center. And we plead with Rotarians. We all know how it is. You pay $1,000 to the foundation. It gives you access to the committee to attend the dinner at a lower rate. For those that have not paid at all, they have to pay the full fees or gate fee or whatever to be able to attend the dinner. But for those that are the major donors or AKS for this Rotary year, they have access to attend the dinner for free. The committee will reach out to us and give us a brief or a flyer to explain it further so that we Rotarians can key in and make ourselves available to attend the dinner as at when requested. We also have the RILA coming up this December. The date is fixed for December this year. And we also have the family of Rotary. For RILA, we decided to bring down the rate from the 45,000 that was charged last Rotary year per participant to 30,000. This was done to enable Rotarians and clubs to sponsor more candidates to RILA. So we're anticipating that we'll have at least 1,000 people come for RILA this year in December, first week of December, or second week. We also have the family of Rotary event coming up at Crown Resort in Abara. The committee is also working hard to make sure that all Rotarians and our families with our spouses and children will have a fun-filled family of Rotary for this Rotary year. The resort is packed, ready for action. And they have given us the rooms at a very reduced price that I can tell you for sure that the rooms are well maintained and a place you would like to lay your head for 2-3 nights with your families. So I look forward to welcoming you in December for these two great events, RILA and Family of Rotary. Let's not forget the multi-club training program. Training is a continuous thing. We can never get tired of being trained because knowledge is power and knowledge is key. If you are not knowledgeable, you cannot be a good Rotarian. So we need to keep improving ourselves because no knowledge is lost. Let's plan to be at the multi-club training. The first coming up will be in September 28th, somewhere in Mayfair Hall, Agidimbi, Alausa. And it's going to be for Zone 3, Zone 4, and Zone 9. They are the first to have the multi-club training. All the AGs and zonal coordinators in this zone, please liaise with the clubs to make sure that we have a very robust and well-attended multi-club training. And the committee members need your support, as usual. Support them to give you a good event. They will be reaching out to you at Rotarian and they'll be reaching out to you at clubs. Kindly answer their call and give them the necessary support when they come knocking on your doors. These are the events that we have coming up, the main ones. Other ones are there. We'll keep uploading them and informing you about the events as the time approaches. Fellow Rotarians and district leaders, I am your DG for this Rotary year, and I'm happy to be here this afternoon. Not just to give this address, but more importantly, to be able to listen to you, to hear your concerns for the Rotary year, to have an interactive section. Let's talk and discuss the issues or concerns you have so that we can position ourselves to have a better Rotary year. That is why I'm here. And I'm available to answer all your questions. And to have this discussion, which I know will help to position the club and prepare us for the challenges ahead and answer to our concerns that will bring us to become better Rotarians and the areas we need to improve I'm sure after this discussion today, a lot of people will open up and begin to prepare to donate and be available for all the functions and events that have been so lined up to enable us have a good and wonderful retreat. Thank you, my dear. And thank you, Rotarians, for listening to me. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Thank you so much, DG. I just want to inform you that our Doyen is here. I wanted to send you a private message, DG, to welcome him specially. Our Doyen, PDG Julius Adelusi is with us here this afternoon.
Oh, wow. This is so good to hear. I salute you. I appreciate you, sir, for finding time to be here to listen to your DG. May God bless you, sir.
Good afternoon and welcome, sir.
We can never be tired of hearing from you and learning from the wisdom that you always showcase talk to us.
You are our leader.
See you now.
You are our leader, and we just have to make sure that we support not just in words, but by traveling with you. You are doing well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please mute all Rotarians. Want to speak.
Yes.
Thank you, my
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Adoyen. It's so nice to see and appreciate your presence. Thank you, sir. I know you are in the middle of your club meeting. It's good that you've joined us. Thank you very much, sir. Fellow Rotarians, you've heard the brief welcome address and statements by the DG, but this event is actually not for her, but for you. It's actually for us to interact with her directly. So the DG is willing to listen to any observation, any suggestion, any comments from Rotarians. You can actually leave it on the chat box or just raise your hand with your device, and then I'll recognize you for you to speak. It's time for you to speak with the DG one-on-one, unfiltered. So fellow Rotarians, the floor is yours now. You can just raise your hand or just put your questions, observation on the chat room and we'll read it out. Thank you very much. Okay, Rotarian Jide Ugleye, you have the floor. You can unmute yourself and speak, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon, my DG, past district governors in the house, fellow Rotarians. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be able to speak directly with the DG. Is one we do not take for granted. So my question is around the dinner and dance, foundation dinner and dance. I think I heard the DG speaking about for those that will be major donor, they will not need to make any other payments for the event. So does that mean that, say for example, someone that has about $7,000 contributed to the foundation and has about $3,000 to go, will it be admitted based on that commitment before the end of the Rotary year? So say for example, the Rotarian has a commitment to do $3,000 before the end of the Rotary year, which will be in June next year. But the dinner is sometimes in November this year. And will it be admitted based on that commitment, or would he have to make that financial commitment before that dinner and dance event? I hope my question is clear.
Your question is very clear. Yes, your question is very clear, Jide. That commitment has to be done before the event day, which is November 26th. And like I said, if you give $1,000, there is a fee, a gate fee, entrance fee that Rotarians are supposed to pay. That is a way to encourage donation to the foundation. Because whatever that will be raised on that day will still go to the foundation. So, but if you have like 3,000 or more, to balance up 5,000 to become a major donor, I will guarantee you will still have a free entry to the event.
Thank you so much.
But if you pay $1,000, you will pay a reduced fee. The entry fee, I hear, is 100,000. So if you pay $1,000, you'll be entitled to pay like 50,000 as entry fee instead of 100,000 to go in. And if you pay like $3,000 and above, you will be entitled to a free entry to the event. But these payments will be before the event date. I hope that answers the question.
Absolutely clear, my DG. Thank you so much.
Okay, my DG, there's a question about the multi-club training. And I have the chair of multi-club here, Rotarian past president, Abiodun Shunibusi. So I'd like him to unmute and speak about the multi-club trainings.
Okay. Good afternoon, my old DG. Let me say that the year has started and we are fascinated by the hope that you are personally creating. And to our distinguished Rotarians, I say Happy New Month. The multi-club learning seminar committee is working day and night to ensure that the terms of reference that our Hope District Governor has given to us is followed and adhered to strictly. And so this year, it is us impacting ourselves. The DG has mentioned that the multi-club training will start in September. It's actually August. We have one on the 24th, the first zone. I think she just skipped the second one. The first one is starting 24th of August at Dowen College.
Yeah. So 1 and 2.
And I want to thank all clubs in that particular zone for participation. As we speak now, we have over 130, we have exactly 136 participants that have registered for that training. And we've enjoyed quite a number of supports from clubs. As we speak, we have 4 partners already. Rotary Club of Ikoyi, Rotary Club of Ikoyi Metro, Rotary Club of Abeokuta, and Rotary Club of Lekki Phase 1. They are already, as we speak now, committed to being multi-club valuable partner. The window is still open for more clubs to join because the training is from now till 1st of February 2024. So there is still window for more partners to join us. But it will be of great value to clubs to join now because you will enjoy the leverage from now all through if you join now rather than joining later. So signify your commitment to join. There are payment plans. It's not that you have to pay that strategic partners fee instantly and at once. We can spread it to say pay instrumentally in 3 installments so that it's a win-win for all of us. Let's start leveraging that strategic partnership from now. And be rest assured about the richness of facilitation during all of these trainings. It's a win-win for us. As Rotarians, we must keep refreshing ourselves. Knowledge is power only when activated. And so it's important for us to activate what we know and refresh per time. Once again, I would like to thank our DG for the opportunity given to us as committee members to serve in this regard, and also creating that avenue for us to learn. Thank you very much. If you have any questions.
Thank you very much, PP Oshinobusi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank
PP Oshinobusi.
Multi-club training. Thank you, Abiodun. Thank you for that correction. I jumped to zone 3, 4, and 9 and omitted zone 1 and 2, which is usually the first training to come on board. And that is actually my zone. So I'm happy for this amendment. Thank you very much, my dear. The first training is zone 1 and 2 at Dowen College. So let's look forward to being there on the 24th of August. Thank you. And thank you for all the brief.
Okay, my
Yes,
DG, there's a hand up, PAG Johnson. But before I take my PAG and my boss in public image, I would like, there are 2 questions that are on the chat room that I would want you to react to, ma'am. The first one is about the TRF dinner. The question is the entry fee. I think the person who asked the question didn't quite understand. The entry fee, is it 100,000 or 1,000 US dollars? And the question is now, if I pay 1,000 US dollars, will it go to is it just to enter the dinner or it goes into my TRF account?
1,000 US dollars. Yes, 1,000 US dollar goes straight to your foundation account.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So if you pay, okay, go ahead, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Fee of 100,000 is your entry fee to the dinner. And if you have already donated $1,000 to the foundation, you will get a rebated fee, entry fee of 50,000 naira to enter the dinner. Am I clear?
Yeah, very clear, ma'am. The second question is the club got an RI invoice of 754, but the new RI rate now is 774. So what happens to a club that has not paid, that didn't pay that invoice at the time? Is there going to be an updated invoice, or they will be charged with that initial fee, with the initial rate of 754?
You know, when RI sends an invoice, let the club pay based on the invoice they have received. If there's a shortfall and RI decides to demand for a difference in rate, it will be communicated accordingly to the clubs. I cannot say now for sure whether RI will come back to say they should pay with the new rate of 776, because all the clubs that got their invoices and paid with the rate of 754 was not rejected by RI. All the invoices have been attended to and their payments received. But if anybody is now delaying on paying and pays at a later date, he can decide to pay with the same rate on the invoice or pay with the new rate. But it's safer to pay with the rate on the invoice. If they need you to pay extra, they will communicate accordingly. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. The floor is now open for PAG Johnson. Sorry for keeping you waiting, sir. Kindly unmute and speak.
Trying to unmute. Okay. Good morning. Well, it's morning where I am. I think it's afternoon in Nigeria. My district governor, I greet you most specially. And once again, I want to congratulate you for your assumption of office. I want to also recognize that you have been doing great things in this new Rotary year. Yes, I've been away for a while, but I will be back in Nigeria in the next few weeks. So I look forward to being back home and joining the team again. So quickly, I want to draw our attention and again, thank you for hitting the ground running, like they say, on public image. I see that your team, supported by your good self, has been making waves in promoting the image of our district and Rotary in general. I, however, want to encourage you and the entire team, and I do that because I see we have about 100 people here on this platform already. I want to encourage all of us to try as much as possible to sustain and be consistent in the guidelines as provided by Rotary International regarding our public image. We have found that we are always having to reinvent the wheel year in, year out. I would want all of us to please be more intentional about sustaining the image of public image in Rotary International. So that is one. The other thing is, as a zonal coordinator, we have started sending our reports in, and this is based on the reports of our AGs. Clearly, a few things are coming to the fore. We still have a number of very weak clubs. Yes, it's early days to start assessing them, but there are some weak clubs that have been carried over, not only from the last Rotary year, but from previous years. I would want us, I've done a report on this already. I would want us to look into this and see how we can strengthen these clubs or maybe rationalize them. I thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in a few weeks. Thank you, my district governor.
Thank you, PAG John. Thank you. We're missing you, and we're looking forward to having you back. Meanwhile, thank you for the for public image. I want to appreciate all Rotarians and clubs. It's been wonderful since the beginning of the Rotary year. A lot of publicity has gone up for Rotary. A lot of newspaper reports, constructive write-ups, deliberate, even the deliberate publicity, and then even the a billboard. You know, I had a billboard come up in Ayaba, a billboard in Maryland, and a billboard in Pony Camp area of Lagos. That is 3 very strategic positions. And I know a number of calls had come to me since these 3 billboards came up to say, what is this Rotary all about? If you want to join Rotary, how do we become Rotarian? So I can tell you that the publicities are not going for nothing. People are getting excited. People are getting to ask questions and become knowledgeable about Rotary. And I want to believe that with the kind of publicity the clubs are willing to do and partner with the district to do this Rotary year, we'll have a bomber membership growth, because a lot of people will be attracted to Rotary. And quality members are that, like the ones I have inducted so far. I can testify to the quality of the members that have been inducted this Rotary year, and I appreciate the clubs for it. All clubs have taken on publicity very seriously. All the presidents are publicizing everything they have done so far. The social media handles are all jam-packed and all that, and I appreciate them for it. Like I said, let's do more of positive publicity. Like you said, let it be things that will go with the ideals of Rotary and the way the publicity needs to be done. I can tell you the public image chair and the committee have been doing a lot of work, correcting banners and postings and whatever the Rotarians are doing, and they are keying in with them to ensure that what goes out there to the public can only attract a positive image to Rotary and not negative. So thank you for that comment. Like you said, we have a lot of weak clubs. Yes, we know. We are working with the membership chair and the membership committee, and then the other committees for strengthening of weak clubs and all that, to see how we can help these clubs to survive. Because like I said earlier, we don't take pleasure in getting a club to be deleted or leaving its members to just move out of Rotary. So we work towards strengthening these clubs, and the first way to do it is that the AGs to send in reports about these clubs, so that to the district office, so that we can now sit based on this report to identify the problems and then discuss ways to alleviate these problems and help these clubs to survive. And for those that can't survive, rather than lose the good members that are there, we can advise them to join other clubs or partner with other Rotary clubs in order to survive. So we are working on it, and I'm sure a lot will be achieved in that regard. So John, thank you so much. We are looking forward to your return, and I will be personally waiting to welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DG. There's a question about the districting. That was the update on districting.
Honestly, there is no update for as of today. RI has not responded to our questions and our mail. We're still waiting to hear from RI on what next, or to get the approval letter to say, yes, you have been approved. From this day, your districting has been approved. We're yet to get that letter from RI. And until I get that letter from RI, I cannot say for sure what the position is. But what I know and I can speak to is that as a district, we have tried our best in positioning ourselves with everything that needs to be done in line with the guidelines for districting and what we're expected to do. And we're not expecting anything negative. We're expecting a positive response from RI to give us the desired approval so that we can go on with the districting plan. We are writing another letter of reminder to them to say, what is the position? We are still waiting to get this approval letter. And I'm sure before the end of this August, I will be able to say for sure that this is what the position is. As of now, let's still keep our fingers crossed and still work towards districting of our district accordingly.
My DG, there's no other question here, but I understand. I don't know if Elizabeth has access to the YouTube. I understand there's a question on the YouTube platform.
Yes, there's a question on the YouTube that says that we need to develop special training for charter presidents of clubs to enable them know how to help the clubs to survive and handle crisis. Or let me read it for sure what the question is. Hold on a minute. It says we should have a special training for chartered presidents to understand their role in supporting their clubs to reduce conflicts and encourage teamwork. I'm sure this question was born out of the conflicts that have existed in about few clubs emanating from their charter president. So I want to promise them that they have noted that question, and I'm going to look at it seriously. I think there is need also truly to train the charter president of the newly chartered clubs so that they don't become alpha and omega to their clubs and become he or she that must be obeyed. Yes, what I have seen so far, that the charter presidents become he or she that must be obeyed and lord themselves over the Rotarians, rather than teach them the basic things they need to know about Rotary so that they could stand on their rights. So we'll look into it, and if it's necessary to have this training, be rest assured that I will discuss with the membership chair and the district trainer, district facilitator. They are no longer called trainers. District learning facilitator. Yes, I'll discuss with learning facilitator and see how we can factor in this into his program and train the charter presidents to let them understand their role accordingly.
Thank you very much, DG. I just want to crave your indulgence that our committee will be writing to the district to expand the capacity of this service. I understand that we were oversubscribed for this particular one. So next one would have to extend the capacity so that more
Yes, I noted.
So
I noted it too. It will not take more than 100 participants.
Yes.
More than 100 people are there wanting to join the discussion.
So that's a good thing. So when you see our request, kindly sign quickly with your red biro.
I will. you have my reason. I will sign it without looking back. I've seen it myself. We have to encourage more people to join the discussions. So we can't lock them out. That will not be fair to all concerned.
Yes.
There's a question on.
Okay, go ahead, ma. Go ahead, ma.
There's a question online saying that the RI rate was increased, which affected the RI dues and all that. Is there a way the district can have palliatives for the clubs? I don't know what area they want me to have the palliatives. The RI rate is applicable to only the RI dues, and I don't have control of that. So if the person that asks that question can be more explicit in what he or she desires, then I'll know how to come in as the DG.
That is Rotarian Aminat of Owutu Ishawo. If you are here, you can Rotarian Aminat of Owutu Ishawo. You can unmute yourself and speak so that the DG can understand your question. Rotarian Aminat, are you still with us? Kindly unmute yourself and speak so that the DG can understand your question properly and answer it. Okay, while we are waiting, fellow Rotarians, the floor is still open for any other question. There's a suggestion on the boards. The suggestion on the billboards that is it possible for all the billboards to have the same message, for a uniform message in all the centers? Well, it's doable, but what the committee is trying to do, because we have 7 areas of focus. So we always encourage the clubs, even if you are taking a billboard, if clubs are coming together to take a billboard, except we're going to go by the monthly Rotary months, but the advice is usually you have to stay within the 7 areas of focus. So any of the areas of focus can be, then in addition to polio eradication, that's 8 items are available for any club to use to promote what we do and who we are. So if you use any of those 7 areas, including polio, then it's okay. But I don't know about everybody using the same message. It's something we can actually work on if all the clubs will agree to come together and then say, okay, on a month like this, maybe we can try it for World Rotary Day to see if that can work. That would be a nice time for all the messages to be the same. That way we are sending a strong message around Lagos and Ogun states.
Yes,
okay,
I want this can be the same. It doesn't matter to if the messages are not the same. The important thing is that we have constructive messages. We can have different messages at different strategic positions and different platforms, communicating the things that the populace need to understand. Because we may not have enough message to go out. So we can have 2, 3 places have the same message, another zone have another message, and another zone like that. So it can work, and then it's something that we have to discuss. Like the billboard, it was facilitated by just one Rotarian, past President Benga.
Binga.
It from Rotary Club of Ikeja. Yes. And that was a beautiful work done out there. And the publicity was so enormous. And that is why I plead with clubs this Rotary year to say, let them have a budget for publicity. Publicity is not cheap, but the message cannot be overemphasized. The message is enormous, and the outreach is usually large. So just like you said, if we could come together as clubs and deliberately put up what we want, the message we want to send out there, it can be arranged. And that way the cost can be shared. And it may turn out not to be very expensive, but the message will be out there.
Thank you very much, my DG. I didn't know that our PDG, one of our PDGs had joined us maybe in the course of the program. That's PDG Kola Shudipo. He has sent a reaction to the RI rate issue. He said that the new rate will not affect the bill that had been sent earlier. So that is his exact message.
And I thought so too.
Yes, he said it does not affect the amount already sent to clubs on their club invoices for their first half year RI dues. Yes. Fellow Rotarians, are there other questions, reactions, observations, comments? Before I invite the district secretary to give us a vote of thanks. Any other comments?
Somebody asked online, I think on the YouTube, Muyiwa Akintunde. He said, good day, my hope DG. On districting at this stage, what happens just in case the response from RI is not what we expected? I hope for the best anyway, Rotarian Muyiwa. But we are all hoping for the best. That is the truth. At the stage we are now, we're only expecting an approval letter, nothing less than that. If for any reason it does not happen, we remain District 9110. That's the worst scenario. But we are expecting the districting approval to stay comfort. So we are very hopeful because we have done all that is needed to be done. And by our calculation and understanding, we qualify for the districting. So it's just for the letter to come.
Okay, so what happens?
If the letter does not come?
Yes, and we have 2 DGs.
That will be a matter for another discussion.
The letter will definitely come.
We are very hopeful and we believe that the letter will come because we have done everything we need to do, and by our own calculation and understanding, we are not short of anything but getting the approval letter. So it may be delayed for whatever reason, but we want to believe that eventually, that's why I said before the end of this August, we'll know our position. And maybe I'll be back to announce to you that the districting approval has been received. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best.
Okay. Fellow Rotarians, the floor is still open. We have like 4 minutes for us to hit an hour. So we still have 4 minutes. If you still have any questions, there's a question on the evening with the DG. When is he holding? My DG, there's a question for you. And there's also
the end of the first quarter, but a date has not been fixed yet. The date will be communicated to Rotarians very soon, very shortly. Okay. But it will be at the end of the first quarter. Definitely, we'll have an evening with the DG.
All right, my DG, there's a hand up, Rotarian Adeshino Abiola. Please, can you kindly unmute yourself and speak?
Good afternoon, I hope DG and all. I just want to make a quick comment on the issue of the changing RI rate. I think it will be in the best. It will be in the best interest of the clubs to pay as early as possible, because the truth is that this new rate, nobody can tell when it will actually be in our favor. That is coming down. Chances are that it may also go up. So the best thing for us is to do the needful. The earlier, the better. Otherwise, RI will definitely be counting on the prevailing rate when we are paying. So that's just the comment I want to drop. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. Like PDG Kola Shodipo, who used to be the chairman of Rotary Foundation at our district level until July 1st, told us, RI, once they give an invoice, except if the payment is overduly prolonged, they still receive the payments at that invoice amount. Even when new Rotarians join the club, after an invoice has been taken, RI does not come back to send a new invoice to accommodate the new uploaded Rotarians. So we want to believe that Rotarians should just make haste, because the first step towards winning a presidential citation, like I said earlier, is paying your RI dues timely. So they should make haste and pay. But we should be talking about rate change more for the donations to the foundation. I want to plead with Rotarians. If you have made up your mind and you have pledged to donate to the foundation through annual giving, through endowments, or through polio, please make haste and pay, because that rate can change. Like we had 754 in July. At this August, we have 776. I cannot say for sure what the rate will be by September. So payment made is already made, and that the something goes off your shoulder, the stress, once it is paid. So if you have made up your mind and you pledge to pay, you make the commitment effective, the better for all of us. So that way you are taking advantage of any increment in rates that may result in the month of September. I'm only pleading to Rotarian. I have a lot of pledges already done. I will plead with them to please make payments accordingly, so that we can take advantage of this rate of August, not knowing what September will be.
Okay, thank you. While we're waiting for any other reaction, okay, there is Rotarian Lucky Ariri. I would urge Rotarian Tokwe Akonde, a member of our committee, to stand by to give us the vote of thanks when we are done at the end of this program. But Rotarian Lucky, you have the floor, please. Rotarian Lucky, you can unmute yourself and then speak.
Before Rotarian Lucky comes up with speaking, there's a Rotarian that said he made the payments in June to RI for the foundation, but up till now he has not received his PIN.
PIN, oh yes.
Or any...
Yes.
Yes, please.
I think it's the same Rotarian.
He should please reach out to us with evidence of his payments and all that, and I can take it up from there to find out why the PIN is being delayed.
Yeah, my DG is, I asked that question because I was unable to unmute myself, but now I can unmute myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we paid for 3 Rotarians in my club in June. 2 of the Rotarians, including myself, have received our PINs, but the first person to pay has not received it. So it's giving me a sort of headache. Helen is doing her best, but I think she needs some assistance.
Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I will definitely look into it.
Thank you, my
and
DG.
get her right accordingly so that the PIN will be received.
And thank you, my DG, and congratulations for the success of this outreach.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, my DG, we have past President Sylvia Abdallah. You can unmute and speak, ma'am.
Good afternoon, my DG. Good afternoon, my PI chair. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. DG is in the house. Good afternoon. PDG is in the house. Good afternoon, sirs. I'm sorry. I sent a message onto the platform about 10 minutes ago, but you obviously missed it. Is it possible for the district to please make a frantic plea to RI to reduce our dues, considering the peculiarity of Nigeria's economy, because a lot of clubs are struggling to pay. It is, I mean, it is really, really a challenge for a lot of clubs.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You, my AG. You see, we have over countries affected with this rate issue. And the problem is not that of RI, it's the problem of Nigeria economy. Because I thought of it when some people called me and said, write a petition, call RI, why would they increase our rate to this? And I said, it's not RI's problem, it's Nigerian problem. If our rate was stable, RI will not increase rates. I'm not sure they increased the dollar, the actual charge that you are supposed to.
Equivalent.
The dollar equivalent is the same. It did not change. It is the rate that has changed. And if you pay this, let's assume you're supposed to pay $30. $30 at 461 will give you a different Naira value from the same $30 at 754. So it's our rate and our economy that is the problem, and not RI, because asking RI to reduce the amount or the charge will mean them to reverse it in all. They can't reverse it only for Nigeria. They will need to reverse it for the whole world. And every country gets its bill based on the rate, the exchange rate, or the conversion rate for that country. So it's a problem with Nigeria. All I'm praying is that things will open up, our economy will open up. When we have 461, businesses were folding up. People were collapsing and dying because nothing was moving. There was so much hardship. I want to believe that with this transformation agenda that the new president has, with the new team of ministers that were just being screened, that the economy will open up, businesses will blossom, and there will be financial breakthrough for so many people so that we can begin to alleviate our sufferings. It's not just on paying rate. A lot of things that affect us as individuals in our personal lives are affected by these rates in the economy. Tomatoes in the market, tomato seller will tell you that rates just changed. And I keep asking them, what has dollar rate got to do with pepper, tomatoes in the market? But they tell you that after selling pepper and tomato, they have to buy other things. They have to travel. They have to enter transport. So it's all together. So it's our economy that is the issue. I don't think this problem is all right, because whatever you pay, they should be able to get transferred from central bank. And if they don't get the dollar equivalent of what you have paid, then invariably you have not paid $30, you have just paid $10. That's the way I think. So I'm only pleading.
Thank you very much, my DG. It's biting everybody very hard.
Yes.
Fellow Rotarians and district leaders, we still have a few more minutes. The DG is here waiting for any comments, observations, or contribution. Or DG, just round off. Maybe just make your closing statement and then we'll go. I think you have satisfied everybody.
Thank you so much, my chairman. Somebody just wrote, one Lawrence Abanuti. He said, DG's club visit schedule has changed again.
I've changed again.
He said, please confirm. Yes, I confirm it has changed. Change is a continuous thing. And you see, when we set out the first schedule of DG visits, we did it believing that it could be adjusted as time goes on and as activities come up. If there are issues that comes up that will take the time of the DG or something personal or that the DG cannot be there at that point, it's only fair that we reach out, but we can't change without reaching out to the presidents and the clubs. We have not changed anybody's schedule without reaching out to the presidents and the clubs to have an understanding with them as to the reason why we need to shift a date or to adjust our calendar accordingly. So please bear with us. Anything can come up that may need the attention of the DG. If I won't be available, there's no point telling you to gather everybody when the DG will not be there. Or other Rotary issues that will need the attention of the DG that will make me not to be available at the scheduled time. Bear with us as we change it, but we must take your itinerary too into consideration. We normally have an agreement with the presidents before we change their date. So yes, I confirm the schedule has changed again.
Okay, Rotary and Abimbola Hussaini of RC Isolo, you have the floor. Kindly unmute yourself and speak.
Yes. Thank you. Good afternoon, my district governor, fellow Rotarians. I need a bit of clarification on an issue at hand. I received my HARA invoice for the club about 2 weeks ago, and I was surprised to see the figure on it, because as our last Rotary year, we had a list of 39 members. I'm sorry I have to say this there, but to my surprise, I got a figure well over 2.8 million for RI dues. So it gave me a bit of concern, and I went straight to know what happened. And I sent a message to RI. After 4 days, the response I got was the invoice was based on the figure of the number of members that was captured. So that gave me a bit of concern, and I had a back-to-back, arguments with the last Rotary board and this board, and I was made to understand that it could be a system error, because I noticed that a lot of members were headed on the 30th of June. So in this case, what can I do? Do I go ahead to pay the figure, or please tell me what I can do? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, my
president. That is the whole president for RC Isolo.
Yes, thank you, Abimbola, my president. You see, RI has a cutoff date with which it collates the number of members in each club. And that is why you see the outgoing presidents struggle to delete members that they want to delete before the new Rotary year, so that those deletions can be done before RI picks their number. What they build you for, I must think, is based on the number of Rotarians you have registered under your club as your members. They will not have tagged you for members that are not registered. And if you delete, after they have taken their figures, you are bound to pay the rate based on what they have collated. Because as at the date they were collecting the numbers, that was the number of membership of your club. Any deletion coming after that will not affect the invoice. Just like any induction done by this August or September can only affect your invoice for the second half of the Rotary year for RI. Members you induct between now and December and keep uploading them, they will only give you, they will not go to reverse your invoice for July. They will note them as your members when they are giving you the invoice for the second half. So it goes both ways. So I can only plead with you to please pay the RI dues as per the invoice received, because that was the number of as at the date the invoice was prepared.
Thank you so much, my DG, for the clarification.
Thank you.
My DG, there are two, I'll say, questions on the YouTube platform. And they are, both of them are public image related questions. The first one is, we wanted to know how to contact the Rotarian from RC Ikeja who did the billboards. I would advise the person, I'll put my phone number on the chat room. You can get in touch with me and then we can discuss this further, just in case they want to do some billboards and all that. So the Public Image Committee will be very willing to assist the Rotarian who put up the question on the YouTube chat platform. And then there's another question from Rotarian Miriam, who wanted to know if a club can package their videos, pictures, and other materials to the district for us to put in TVC and other channels. What we can do is we can facilitate. The club, it's a club responsibility. We can facilitate and direct, but we won't be responsible for any financial commitment that might come out from. What we can do is to advise. Any club that needs advice on how to promote their programs or projects, the district committee is always very willing to help. But we will not carry your events and put it on TVC or take your videos, but we'll direct you on the proper things to do to promote Rotary properly. Thank you very much. I hope I've been able to clarify that. My DG, in case you want to also say one or two things about that.
I think you should put out your number before the end of this section.
Yes,
so that for public image, they can easily reach out to you, and then we can now reach out to PP Benga and we can coordinate it for them accordingly. But they will not just carry their materials and dump at the district and expect the district to do it. We can work with them towards actualizing their dreams of publicity, but they must be involved because every publicity comes with a cost.
Yes.
So if we
can
help them package and also
my
do it
DG,
in such
before
a way.
we round up, there's a question on Singapore.
Yes. Yes, I can see. I saw somehow one of the directors of Tolerant Group, the chairman, he was here online. I don't know if he's still here or he has left. He's a Rotarian.
Vaswani.
Vaswani, yes, he's a Rotarian from Singapore. If he's still here, Mr. Vaswani, I appreciate you for being here. I had a discussion with him and we were in his office. My team went to see him to discuss about our convention in Singapore. He gave us a very warm reception and we had a good discussion himself. And he was also there with the president-elect from Rotary Club of Singapore, who also partnered with him to say they will give us a very good convention and that we're going to have fun. I asked them to help us with locations for our party that will hold in Singapore for the Rotarians, which they have obliged me. They said they would help me to achieve that. And they also passed a message that for Rotarians who are registered, and as of now, we have over 150 paid, not just registered, paid and registered and paid Rotarians that want to be in Singapore next year. Please book your hotels now. That was the message we got. Book your hotels now so that you can get a good hotel. As of today, or as of last end of July, we had over 15,000 Rotarians world over that have registered to be at the convention. And we know that before the end of this year, we'll have over 40,000. So if you have 40,000 people seeking to have good hotels, you have to register now, even if you don't pay. Block it with your card. We all know that you can cancel your registration as well as cancel your hotel booking. If for any reason or circumstances beyond your control, you find out that you cannot make it to the convention anymore, you have 24 hours to the convention date to cancel your hotel booking. So book your hotel now. And they also assured me that we will not have problems with visa. I see somebody asking past president says, what about confirmations for visa? They said the what do they call them?
The Consular General. The Consular
General is a friend of the house. And he has assured them that we will not have problems with visa. The committee will soon be out with the packaging for visa because it's good to start early. So we have an assurance from them that visas will not be an issue for Rotarians, that good standing Rotarians that want to travel for the convention. They will not have issues with visa. That we have been assured. So the committee will start the packaging early so that people can also get their visas early. And that is why you need to also do your bookings for hotel early and at least make a ticket reservation. We'll come up with that too, how to get a rebate ticket from the airlines that will take us to Singapore to make life easier for Rotarians. Thank you
very much. There was a hand up, I think, from Rotarian Maria. Is she still here? Do you still want to speak or your question has been answered? Okay, you can unmute and speak, Rotarian Maria.
Okay. Good afternoon, my DG. Good afternoon, my esteemed fellow Rotarians. I was the one that asked the question if we can collate all projects from different clubs at the district level, and we can have them televised on any channel. Because whenever I see Rotary projects, Rotary programs on the TV, it excites me so much. And I love to talk about Rotary. And, I feel when people see what Rotary do, it gives us more members. It gives conviction of what we do. When you're trying, I believe it's an idea that can actually make us have more members. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. It's not just having members, it will also attract partnerships to Rotary, and it will make us get more donations from the corporate bodies. What you're asking is possible. During the trainings at the beginning of this Rotary year, I pleaded with clubs to try and collaborate with each other. What you have just said is collaboration among clubs. You can collaborate and bring one major TV show. If 10 people put money together, who says you cannot have a good presence in a television station?
Yeah.
Then the projects or publicity or things you want to talk about will be so packaged. The public image committee and all that will be involved at the district level to help us package this thing from about 10 or 15 clubs. And then we have one outing and one show at the TV. That's collaboration.
Yes, ma'am.
People bear of one TV outing, it will be cheaper than one person bearing the cost.
Yeah.
So what you have asked is very okay, and I would love to see it happen. My public image chair, please note it down. In your message to clubs, tell them that they can forward what they have and they can partner with each other among them as presidents and come up with one major or two major publicities. Even the billboards, 2, 3 clubs, 4 clubs, 10 clubs can come together and put up a billboard. The cost will become more, will be better and cheaper than one person taking it up.
And you have also said that you are going to award each club separately for the work they've done. So you've graciously given us that assurance.
To stand by that assurance, I'm going to award the award and recognition committee. They are here with me. They are here. The chairman is here. He's hearing me, and I have made that promise times without number that any club or be it 10 clubs that have come together to do a signature project, or a mega project or a mega publicity that will shake the whole Lagos and Ogun State. Definitely. Those 10 clubs or 5 clubs put together, if they are seen to be the first position in publicity or first position in projects, they will all get a trophy or whatever the prize is for first position in that cadre. All of them will get the same. Yes. So it doesn't matter. They will all be first in that category. and they will be treated as such.
Oh, thank you so much, my DG. I'm very sure Rotary Club of Shomolu will be among the best clubs. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Maria.
Fellow
Rotarians, the DJ is still here, but we want to round it all. Let me see if there's there is a message on the chat room from still talking about RI dues.
It's a major topic on the burner.
Yes, it's a major topic on the chat about RI dues and the costs. And I don't think we'll ever finish it with the state of the economy now. We'll ever finish that discussion. I know that the district governor is also looking at ways. Yes, DG.
Yes, some people.
You were saying.
Some people have asked me. Some people have also asked me, how am I getting ready to match donations to the foundation and all that? And my answer to them is yes. At when due or at the right moment. Because I also told them my matching donations to foundation is not by points. If it's by points, I can easily say yes, and I'll match it by as an individual, I have so many points to give out on my own. And from my clubs alone, we have so many points to give out. Then if I'm going to match dollar for dollar, naira for naira, then it has to be based on the capacity I have to raise money for the year. I have raised, and then I have to do my analysis right so that I don't go promising what I cannot fulfill. You all know that as a Rotarian, and now you're DG, my word should be my bond. So if I say yes to this club, I'm going to match 10 people. That is maybe 1,000. That is already $10,000. So as I go around on DG visits, they want me to be promising how many matching donations I'll give. And I said, donate to the foundation. When I'm ready with my analysis of total money I offer, and maybe after the foundation dinner dance, I'll be able to say, yes, I have this amount of money earmarked for matching of donation. I will walk back to those that have started donating from July. I will not start with those as at when I'm taking that decision. I'll walk back and I will match as per my strength. You know, I will match each and everybody that have donated for that period with the matching funds that I have. But before I could say that promise of how much, am I matching with $500? Am I matching with $1,000? Or am I even in a position to match a major donor? Somebody can give 5,000 and I can give you 5,000, match it with another 5,000 and make you a major donor. The willingness is there. As your DG, I'm a cheerful giver. I love to give. And I can assure you that so long as I keep raising, I will match you. I will encourage you to become major donors. I will encourage you to become Poharis Fellows, and I will encourage you to get to the next level. You can trust that.
Thank you very much, DG. There's a question about why has the club dues increased? But I believe that because the club dues also includes the RI dues, there's no way that the club dues will be consistent with what was paid in the last few years, just because of what of the things that we have said a few minutes ago about the change in the RI dues. So I'm sure a lot of people adjusted their dues due to what they got as bill from RI. But I don't know if you can just chip in a word or two about that. Someone was asking why, despite the economic challenge, that clubs have increased their dues.
Somebody was asking what?
Why clubs are increasing their dues despite the economic challenge in the country.
They have to increase. They have no choice. RI dues have been increased not by numbers, but by the exchange rate. Example I gave earlier, if it was $30 at 461, $30 at 754 will not give you the same Naira value. So RI dues automatically by the change in exchange rate has been increased. So there is no way club dues will remain the same. Every club I've been to, the first thing I ask them, have you adjusted your club dues? If you have not adjusted by now, what it means is that the president is ready to raise money from other sources to subsidize the payment of dues for the club members. So it's always good to sit down with the club. You have the presidents during PETS were trained and they were given the criteria and the guidelines for arriving at dues for each club based on your membership strength. A club with 100 members will not be paying the same dues with a club with 30 members. They have the criteria and they have the guidelines. So it's for them to sit down with their club members, work it out and explain it to them to understand why the increase in dues. If you don't talk to your members and you just come up and say, my dues before was 100,000, now you have to pay 150,000, they will not understand. They will think the president is just unilaterally trying to increase rates, the dues, to inflict more sufferings on the members. You owe them explanation. You need to dialogue with them. You need to have a discussion with your members and get their buy-in as to the reason why the dues have to increase. Some clubs I visited, I used to put Eri as part of their dues, like my club. Eri, as part of our dues before, $100 for Eri used to be $46,100, $46,100. Now it is $776,000. So if your club dues before was 100,000 plus Eri, 46,100, probably as a club you were paying 146,100. By today's rates, plus the same area added to your dues, you will be paying 600. So it cannot be the same. I plead with our members to please, we are Nigerians. We have the shock observer. And we have the shock that enable us to carry this. So please, let's try to adjust and understand that Rotary cannot be shut down. We are Rotarians, we must continue to be Rotarians. We cannot boycott payment of dues, neither will we stop donating to the foundation. Please, I beg you. We have to adjust accordingly.
Thank you very much, PDG Kola Sodiq has also asked Rotarians who are a bit confused or want some clarification to reach out to their treasurers or club presidents for the template so that they can have a bit of understanding on how the dues are reached.
Yes.
Yes, because
so.
There's a template, yes.
And I also want to use this medium to plead with the AGs and the zonal coordinators. I said it earlier, we need your reports. Let your reports come in on time. You have from the end of the month to the 7th day of the new month to render your returns. The AG reporting format has been changed and adjusted a bit. Please key into the new format, make your reports, and most importantly, bring to the attention of the district clubs that are having issues and what the issues are, so that we can come in. They say in Rotary, when something is wrong, let us straighten it out. We cannot straighten out what we do not have knowledge of. We need to know what is happening at the club level before the problem or the crisis disintegrates the club. But if you don't report to the DG, there is no way the DG will know what is happening in the club. You are the assistant governors. You have the eyes of the DG at the club level. And the zonal coordinators are the eyes of the DG on the AGs supervising the club and also at the club level. So we need to be getting adequate report back to enable us tackle whatever that is happening at the club level on time. And people say stitch in time saves 9. If we get to their problems on time, we may be able to solve it before it escalates.
Okay, I have my immediate past district secretary, AGA Ibrahim's hand up. Kindly unmute yourself and speak, sir.
Thank you, my district public image chair. Not immediate past district secretary, that's Azu Arize.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I greet you, my district governor, my home DG. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I have been at the meeting of the Rotary Club of Ikeja, and we just finished. Our doyen, PDG Julius Adeli's birthday was last week, so the club celebrated him today. So the meeting we stayed longer than necessary. But I have some things to just quickly point out. First, I want to say that it's been a great outing. I see a lot of participation and enthusiasm. So thank you, my DG, and thank you, my APIC, my Gefion. The two issues basically have to do with dues, in many clubs, and then the challenges in the economy at this time. And I know we have always said that we should encourage each other. Even when, as DG, we always say, when Peugeot was 5,000 naira, not everybody bought a car. It's tough. I must confess, it's tough at this time for everybody. But let us continue to keep hope alive. Now, my DJ, I raised an issue with you the other day, on Saturday, about a member of the Rotary Club of Ikeja over the change in, over the increment in the due. So I still believe that I spoke to the Rotarian again today, and he still says he would write to Rotary International. And I said, okay, discuss your matter with the DG. If you want to do that, please feel free. It is well within your rights if you believe that you have to write Rotary International. But I know that the exchange rate, my DG, has been a major issue. It is the reason most clubs have increased their membership dues. For example, my club now we moved from 100,000 to 125,000. It is not easy, but we just have to adjust. And you can pay more than once. You can pay 2 times, 3 times, as convenient as possible. The work of Rotary must go on in over 200 countries, just to support what my DG has been saying. Now, the other point, I think, has already been flagged by our PDG, Kola Shodipo, that the dues from ROI, it doesn't change every year. This is at the Council of Legislation meeting that they decide what the new rates will be, and it's applied to all clubs around the world. So I want to also join my DG to say, let us keep hope alive. It is tough, but we will survive. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Thank you, my DG, for the opportunity.
Thank you, my AG.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
past district secretary, Ibrahim. Thank you for your intervention.
I appreciate him. He donated at the beginning. I was in their club, 2nd of July, for a board meeting and a fellowship on the 3rd. And instantly he remitted money for $3,000. I appreciate him. But it was done at 461. And I remember vividly well that I was very clear on that day. I said, don't come and fight your DGO. I am not the Nigerian economy, and I'm not Rotary International president. What we did on that day was to take a chance. The new rate was not out. And I said, you are ready to donate to the foundation. Let's not stop our donations to the foundation. You can also use the existing rate to donate, which is 461. But we keep our fingers crossed and take it as a chance. RI may come up tomorrow, because at then we didn't even have a central bank governor. So we didn't know how long it would take RI before they come up with a new rate. Bearing in mind that we don't have ministers and we don't have a governor of central bank. So it's okay, let's keep donating to the foundation. It's 2 things that may happen at the end of the day. RI comes up and says, for those few people that decided to donate to the foundation at the old rate of 461, that they will accept it as it is. Or they will say, no, we cannot accept 461 because we can't remit the money at 461. You have to apply the new rate. And what it means is you either pay the difference to make it up, or RI will cut, which is what they did eventually, calculate like he paid for $3,000. By the time they applied the new rate, it came to about $2,000 plus, not up to the $3,000. And my Rotarian past president is very angry that RI should not have done that. I'm pleading with him. Tamper justice with mercy. You can't take RI to court. It's against our constitution. Whatever that is wrong, let us straighten it out within Rotary. If it is within my power as the district governor to say, I'll give you 3,000 at 461, I would have done that. That is not within my power. And they ask for matching. Maybe those are the people I can consider when have the funds for matching. So it's okay, these people took a risk to pay money and this and that. Let me see how to alleviate their problems by matching them or meeting them up somewhere. But that promise, like I said earlier, I cannot give now until I'm a finance person, until I'm done with my finances to say, this is what I have and this is what I can give up. So I plead again for everybody that fell in within that category, please bear with us. We are Rotarian, we'll continue to be Rotarian. It has happened before. This is not the first time Nigerian rate is changing. We did not start Rotary when we joined at 461. Some of us joined Rotary when it was 109, when it was 2 something, 254, 234. Today, when it was even 461, we didn't stop, we were still giving. It's an adjustment that is needed. And we give because we are passionate to alleviate sufferings in the face of the community. So please, let's not change from who we are. We give not because we have too much, or because we don't know what to do with this money, but because we want to join in the campaign to bring smiles to the faces of people. He's asking me to return the money. How will I return it? The money went to foundation account. It didn't directly, it didn't come to district account. I don't have access to the foundation account. Once it's gone, it's gone. I have also written letter, like the 4 districts in Nigeria, we have all written to RI, pleading with them to accommodate those that paid before the rate came out at 461. RI responded and said it's not possible because they cannot remit or repatriate the same money. 461. That the rate of July must apply. The same thing is happening in the 4 districts, not just our district, and it's a Nigerian problem. So I can only but plead passionately with our Rotarians to please bear with us and take it as one of those things for us as Nigerians. And let's see how to adjust and accommodate it as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's a hand, there are 2 hands up. Okay, there's 1 hand up. Rotarian Francis Shonubi, you have the floor. Rotarian Francis Shonubi, kindly unmute.
Okay. Thank you, my public image. DG, my wow DG, thank you for this presentation, this speech. We really appreciate it. I'm Rotarian Francis from Rotary Club of Ikorodu. My question goes thus, it's concerning the new member because we are in the month of August, which is membership month and retention. So we have members that we have been already valuable members that are about joining us, but we put a call through to district, and we were told that the kit, the induction kit, is not available. And what we are asking for is how much are we going to charge the new inductees? Because we normally have the old rate, but now that the dollar has increased, how much do we now peg? So it's 2 in 1 question. Number 1 is, do we have material that we can subscribe to, and how much are we going to give the new members? Because now we are having issue of the dollar rate going up, and the members are, but we are trying to make them understand that it's not peculiar to us here, but it's everywhere in the country. because of the subsidy removal and what is happening globally, and which they are reasoning with us. But the induction kit, how much do we go for, and is it available now? Thank you.
Thank you, Rotary Francis. I think the membership kit, it's available now. We didn't have it in July because we had to procure it. And I think it's going for about 15,000 naira so for a set. So that is what you charge your new members. And you can collect the kit from the district. It includes the rotary pin and all the packages, including the MOP. Can you hear me?
Can hear you, DJ.
John Francis, are you hearing me? So, John Francis, I think it's about 15,000 this Rotary year for membership kits. I'm not hearing you. You're muted.
Yes, now I can now, yes, I've unmuted. Thank you for this. I really appreciate it. In fact, I'm happy with the explanation. Thank you, my DG, my WOW DG. We expect to see you in December 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
My public image here. Do we have any more questions?
Okay, there's a hand from Dr. Bat of immediate past president of my club. Dr. Bat, you have the floor. Rotarian Bat of Egunam, immediate past president of Rotary Club of Ikeja South. You have the floor.
I hope District Governor. Good afternoon, man. Distinguished Rotarians in the house. My image maker, let me start by dropping this small correction. I'm actually a PP, not IPP. IPP is Rotarian Adesaki.
Yes, sir.
I want to appreciate and thank the DG profusely and her entourage for the wonderful visit they paid to my club. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Just an appreciation, man. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Thank
and
you.
I'm happy to get the updates so that we can adjust accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I see any more?
No, there's no more. I would like to invite Rotarian Tokwe Akonde to, if he's still here, I want to check if he's here. Tokwe Akonde, yes. Can you kindly unmute and give up? My DG, you can just round off with your closing remarks. And Rotarian Tokwe Akonde, a member of our
committee.
Can you hear me?
We're hearing you now.
Thank you very much, my Chair Public Image, Rotarian Michael FM, for the opportunity to be here. My Hope DG, good afternoon to you, ma.
Afternoon.
On behalf of the Public Image Committee, I want to say a big thank you to you for finding time out of a very busy schedule to attend to this edition of the DG Speaks. This edition, you agree with me, has been very loaded and quite interesting, but you have taken time to provide clarity to some of the many issues burdening Rotarians. Amongst other conversations we've had today, you have been able to
bring clarity to the issues of membership for clubs, their registration with RI, the TRF, their remittances, as well as you have provided updates on some of the programs for the Rotary year. My Hope DG, I want to assure you that we are well on board with you on some of these programs, and we will join you in executing them together. To my district leaders and fellow Rotarians, I want to believe that your engagement here with the DG has been a valuable time well spent. I want to assure you that when next we call on you, you have more engagement with the DG. I take it that you have been valuably informed and you will make better and informed decisions as Rotarians. The Public Image Committee wants to appreciate you, and we hope that when we call on you next, you will be available with us to speak with the DG. On this note, I want to say a very wonderful evening to everyone, and bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tokpe. Thank you, DG.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. By this time, next month is another edition of DG Speaks, and hopefully we'll also accommodate as many Rotarians as possible. Now that we know that the YouTube channel is also working, we'll open that up as well, so we have as many people as possible participate. Thank you, my DG, for the opportunity. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians. See you next month.
Thank you very much, my future leaders that are here present. I could see some DGEs here present and DGN. I want to appreciate all Rotarians, all district leaders, future, past, and present, that are here today. I want to appreciate all my Hope presidents that are here with us for this interactive section, all PHs, all assistant governors, all Rotarians of our lovely district. I thank you all. I promise that next time we'll have more accommodation for everybody. I'm glad to note that up till this moment of closing the session, we still have 90-something people online. I appreciate you all, and I hope that our discussion today has been of benefit to us all. Thank you, and God bless us. My public image chair.
Thank you very much.
And your team. My public image chair, I appreciate you. You're doing a wonderful job, and they said to me, just give it
wonderful section. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the opportunity to serve. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, DG.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my team. Thank you, Thank you, my DG.
Yeah, thank you, my DG, my Hope DG. Thank you,
man.
Thank you.
Thank
you, my DG. Congratulations on
so
many,
much, my DG. See you on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you. See you on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my DG. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my DG.
Thank you.